So guys, this is part 3. We got our oscilloscope hooked up. So we got our ground. So we're our ground is on our ground. We know ground is going to be pin 3, which is the white, and our signal is going to be pin 2, which is the yellow. And I'm following the yellow up. So, and then I got this from Amazon. So we just turn it on real quick. So this is real easy to set up. I don't know all the functions of this, but maybe we'll have a video to go through all the functions. So we're on channel 1. The first thing we want to do is hit here, and there's a little lever here, little switch. It's on 10K. So first thing you want to do is you hit 10K. Make sure we're on DC, and we're going to hit 10K. Okay, and we'll make sure it's on. So that's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing we're going to do is each of these increments, 2, 4, 6, we can do 2 volts. So we're at 2 volts. If I wanted to change it, I go to channel 1 there, and then I can hit this plus and minus sign, right? Not sure. So I can hit the plus and minus sign. You see how it changes? But we just want 2 volt increments, right? And then for the ACR, I don't know I don't know what this is, but we're going to capture it at 5 milliseconds. Okay, we capture this at 5 milliseconds, and then guys, we are all set up. That's all we need to do. And then so each of these lines will be 2 volts. So this is, you hit this right here. I think this is resets everything, like the trigger line, something like that. You have to read it up on that. If you hit automate it, will try to automate these, but sometimes it's just easier to set these up. So we're at 5 milliseconds, 2 volts, 10x. We're reading 0. We expect to read 0 because the key's not on. So let's go ahead and turn the key on and see what we read. We want to make sure that we don't short anything out. So I'm just going to put this wire right here, guys, just to make sure we're not going to short anything out, right? So let's go ahead and put the key on and see what's going on. I'm going to put the key on ignition. I think I have the key someplace. Let's go ahead, key on, hit that, and let's go back to see what we have on the single wire guys. And we're showing that we have a voltage of 4.2 RMS, which is better. We had a voltage of 4.5. That's still kind of low, but remember we were at 2.5, so it is working. Let's go ahead and I don't know let's go ahead and we're at 1K and we're pushing 4.2. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher. So it looks like this should work. I don't know what the minimum, I think the minimum trigger, I don't know, maybe 2.5. I think before we were at the minimum, but now we rose up. So it looks like this may solve our issue, guys. It may solve our issue. This is pretty exciting because this is going on 2 weeks. I had a customer's car, and I'm really trying to get paid. I charge them an initial $200 diagnostic fee, and I think an additional fee, $200 fee, so $400 total, to figure out what is going on with this car. What is going on at Crankville Star? Now, I think this is a DME, so if he was going to take this to someone else, I mean, I don't know how much they would have charged to reprogram his DME, because he would have had to he would have had to source a new DME, send in his CAPS module, and then get that reprogrammed, probably with the new keys, and have that sent back to him. So I'm not sure how much that service is. But then again, you know, when I go through the service, I notice other things. So he gets additional stuff with my service, such as, look inside this coolant. This coolant, it's like, you see that oily film? I think his on his oil filter housing, I think it's leaking oil into the coolant. That's why it's getting that messy. But he wouldn't get that if he would have just did his regular, if he would have just sent that in. So he's getting that additional diagnostic. He did have the you know, I think he was doing some diagnostic himself, so he left some wires open. We put a little bit of liquid tape on there, so he got those wires re-insulated, because corrosion, if he would have got corrosion, there would have just been more problems. And he pierced that wire too. We put some liquid tape on that, so we fixed that. And then I did some other things. Oh yeah, when he brought the car in, it was overheating, so I actually did drain the coolant, vacuum the system out with more coolant. So he's getting a little bit of extra stuff. But yeah, so this seems to be working. So this is part 3. Let's change the resistor to see what, yeah, let's try to figure out what new resistor we can put in so that we can get the full 5 volts to the crankshaft position sensor to the DME.